Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Patty. If you're new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. So today we are going to do another Twilight and ColourPop Get Ready With Me. However, as you can see, this is not a live one. It tend to take a while. But I was just excited because I probably got just about all of the collection that I'm going to get. The first time I tried purchasing, and I mean there's the whole controversy about how resellers were buying more than what they should have. It wasn't available more than 5 minutes on the website, which I think it was even less than that. And that the product was coming out of people's carts because they hadn't paid for it yet. And I can verify firsthand that that happens, and it happened to me. My first purchase was the Twilight palette, which I was very thankful that I got in the first run because I was so stoked when I saw that they were going to bring this collection out. And if you see any pictures of mine posted to Instagram, you'll see I've got the book, I have jewelry, I have Burger King items. I have the Barbie dolls. They're just way too packed away, or else I was going to bring them out too and photograph them. The Twilight series, the books alone probably got me through my 30s. No lie. I honestly was not going to watch the movies. I thought that they were a little silly. I was probably too old to even consider them. But everybody likes to escape into fantasy. And, I mean, the Harry Potter books had all been completed and... Well, no, actually not at that time they weren't. But, I mean, you know what I mean. It was another fantasy series, and there were so few of them at the time. I was not going to read The Hobbit. I tried. I failed. God, is that a long series? Lots of words. Lots of long words. And I'm an avid reader, like every day. And I have hundreds of books in my house. But I couldn't get into The Hobbit. I got into the Harry Potter series hard, like die hard. And then I got into the Twilight series. And I loved reading them, and I read them and reread them. It was before I found fan fiction, actually. And God, my books are destroyed. I went looking for them to take pictures, and I couldn't find one in good condition because I read them in the bedroom, I read them in the kitchen, everywhere, and they just didn't hold up. So I'm probably going to have to replace the series. I actually purchased a new copy of the first book, though, off of eBay. Paid like $4 for it. And then I think it was free shipping because it was media mail. And I had to do it. So when the Twilight, ColourPop and Twilight collaborated, I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be so cool. And then I saw the Instagram Reels commercials for it. And the voice, that voice drives me up the wall. Oh my God. And like I wanted to comment, I wanted to share. And when you're listening, when you're trying to do that on Reels or trying to do that on TikTok, and it's that voice, I commented, not very kindly, but I'm like, if you really want to sell these things, you might want to drop that voice. It was like nails on the chalkboard. It just made me want to pull my hair out. I can't stand that voice. So I think when they finally revealed the collection, it was in normal commenting voices, and it was just, I could just take a big breath and let it out. So, the first time I purchased I tried to purchase the collection. I would have gotten the whole thing. Paying for is very nice, no matter who you go through. But I got the palette, and I purchased Team Jacob. And I was like, okay, let me try and get the highlight, at least one of the highlighters, and maybe let me try and get the bells, because it's a beautiful color. Yeah, they ended up being pulled out of my cart as I was waiting for my payment to go through. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And everybody, that blew up. Not in a good way. So I did the live and talked with my friends, talked with my gals, and it was a good night. So I think it was one of my first lives, maybe my second live. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. Anywho, they did another run. ColourPop did another run of the Twilight collection, because from what I believe, their facility is in the United States and it's attached to their building. So their factory is attached to their facility, which is very good. I know several companies do that. So they sent out all the reminders, and it's coming soon, and we're restocking. And the day the restock hit, and I set an alarm on my phone, and I'm working, and the alarm goes off, and I grab my phone, and I'm looking, and it still says it's sold out or out of stock. And I'm like, damn it. And then all of a sudden, things started just popping in. So the first thing I think was the palette. And I'm like, well, should I buy another one of those and maybe give it away? I'm like, no, there's other people that really want it right now. I'm like, okay, well, I'll try and grab both the highlighters. So I grabbed Edward, and then I grabbed Meadow, and noticed, I believe it's called Skin of a Vampire. There's like a whole controversy. People wanted it called Skin of a Killer, which, yeah, I don't know about the PR on that. But I grabbed Meadow, looked for the other one, wasn't able to grab it. I grabbed the liquid liners, which I'm still not sure if I'm going to use because I'm not very adept with them. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't use a lot of liner. I use a lot of shadow as liner. And I grabbed the Team Edward Lip Oil. I don't know if I mentioned that already. It's late. Forgive me. No judge. Please. Anywho, so I have 6 pieces of the collection. I believe that there's one more eyeliner, one more lip gloss, or lip oil, and the other highlighter. So I'm missing, oh, and then that spray stuff that makes you look like a vampire. The skin oil. And I don't know about that. I don't know that it's for me. Anywho, I'm missing those pieces. But hey, it's a win. I got a lot of it. So we're going to do a quick look. Try maybe for a green look this time. I think last time it was more of a silvery gray. I love this palette. They did such a fantastic job with this palette. Look at that palette. Look how gorgeous that is. I mean, it's the color story of the movie. And I'm just in love. This is probably my favorite ColourPop palette. Now, if you've seen my other videos, I do have a lot of ColourPop palettes that I haven't used yet. But so far, this is number 1. So we're going to use this, and we're going to use Meadow, which is a Supershock highlighter. They did not come out with a blush for this collection, which is okay. I probably would have gone mauve. This is the, well, no, I have several ColourPop blushes, but this is my newest one, and probably the one that will show up on my cheeks best, because the other one is way too light. We'll try Team Edward for our lips, and if we decide to try a liner, you know, by the package I can't tell the difference in the colors, so we'll pick one. Anywho, I've already done my face makeup, my base, my concealer, my color correcting. Unfortunately, they were not ColourPop products. I've got stuff in my shopping cart, so we'll get there. I think we're going to take a fuzzy brush, clean it off a little bit, because I know I've been using that one. I need to wash brushes, desperately. I have them all upstairs. They've been sitting on my kitchen table for about 2 weeks. So, well, we're going to use this brush. I don't know who made it, but it's a fluffy brush. I think we're going to go in with the color Say It Out Loud, which is this taupey brown color. It's a very pretty color. And I can just brush this all over the eyelid. Now, I'm not a makeup artist, as you guys probably realize, but I do like playing. Not playing as a makeup artist, but, you know, playing with makeup. I think we all should. I think it's very freeing to do something different. To become someone else, or just to enhance what you already have. I'm not a great beauty by some standards, or by many standards, but I love makeup, and putting it on makes me feel good. So that's what we do. We are going to go into Impossibly Fast, which is this one, which is a very dark green. I'm going to use a different brush though. This one doesn't feel very safe. This is a Luxie brush. We'll see. But we're going to go into Impossibly Fast, and we're going to put that in the outer corners and maybe halfway over. And look how dark that color is. It's gorgeous. Almost matches my shirt. I think it has more of a blue undertone though. And there's very, very little fallout. They're very nicely pigmented. They are definitely buildable. Probably should have taped off my eyes. I see how some girls do that. Don't think I'm hiding my face. Try not to do that. That's a little higher. But the colors blend out really nicely. So it doesn't look muddy. Doesn't look overly done unless you want it to. It's very forgiving. Now, I don't have a whole lot of real estate on my eyes. It is what it is. It's okay. I deal with it. But I try and make up for it by going a little bit higher than the crease. Next, we're going to go into 17, which is that color there. There's not even a whole lot of kick up in the pan, honestly. Oh, that is a gorgeous color. Okay, so how many people that are watching have read the books? And let me know in the comments below if you prefer the books over the movie, or vice versa. I liked the cinematography of the movie. It was gorgeous. I I like Kristen Stewart. I don't know. I didn't think I really pictured her from the books to the movie as Bella. Edward is great looking. Very mopey. I mean, I understand they're like, he's playing a teenager and all, but he's supposed to be over 100 years old. You'd think the mopiness would have gone by now, but he's a guy, so I've got a teenager and a 25-year-old, so maybe it just doesn't stop. And a 50-year-old husband. We'll find out. Oh, it blends in really nicely too. So just like that. Now last time I used Edward as my topper, and like towards the center, and I got Edward in my eye. It just sounds funny every time I say it. So what we're going to do is we are going to use the color Ice Cold. Now Edward is a very glittery, but it's more like a micro glitter. So it's not terrible, but if it has glitter in it, it's going to end up in my eye. And Ice Cold does not. So we are going to use this one as a topper. And I use my fingers. They're clean. It's a look at that color. It is a beautiful color. It's definitely a green tint. Very, what's the color? What's the name I'm looking for? I want to say neutral, but it's not neutral, and it's not a warm tone. It's a cool tone. Duh. It's a cool tone, silvery green. But I don't want to call it silver either, because Edward is obviously silver. And he sparkles. Oh my goodness. I love it. I absolutely love this formula. It's stunning. So, add a little bit more on. I mean, you could probably put a, like a glitter glue or a primer under it to hold it on a little bit longer. This is a late night video for me. Not super late. It's, going for 10 o'clock. I've done later. But I really, really wanted to play with this again. So, it's a lovely, lovely palette. I love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And we are going to, I really need to wash these brushes too. I'm going to use this brush. I think it's a BH, it's a BH brush. I did want to talk to y'all about something. I mean, besides just Twilight stuff. Well, no, including Twilight stuff. So, I'm a fan fiction lover and writer, sometimes, and I generally write for the Harry Potter series, which I'm very appreciative that I'm able to do that. But I'm not a fan of the traditional couples. I'm saying a lot. I don't know why. I'm not a fan of the traditional couples, so I'm never going to be a Ron and Hermione fan. Sorry, I just did not see chemistry there. I saw a lot of bullying and a lot of picking and exasperation, and I would never ever want a relationship like that. And I'm not a fan of Harry and Ginny either. I did not see a romantic development between them. I thought he honestly had more passion for Draco Malfoy. But I typically read and write fan fiction where Hermione is in a relationship with Snape or with Remus. Sometimes Bill Weasley. Those are fun. There's not a whole lot of options there. Sirius Black, he's got problems. But I tend to put her with an older person. And not because it's a typical teen, oh my god, he's older and he's lovely and I can fix him and stuff. But typically they just seem on her level of intelligence. So I would rather see her with a more mature person that doesn't talk about Quidditch all the time. That actually does work and believes in hard work and has a bit more of a moral compass. And that appreciates she's a strong character. I get such flack, not from my readers, because you're not going to read it if you don't like the pairings. And everywhere I write, I typically and definitely list who the pairing is going to be in my stories. But, you know, people have such a hard time with those relationships. But if you look at Bella and Edward, Bella's like 16, I think, when they meet. 16 or 17, maybe. He's over 100 years old. Tell me, how is that a good age gap? I mean, granted, he acts like a child, which is surprising. But he's got, like, at the very least, 80 years on her. Well, 82 years. 84 years. Something like that. Math's... I'm normally better at math than this. But there's 20 years between Hermione and Snape, and 20 years, 19, unless you count the time turner, and it's probably even less than that. But like 19 to 20 years between her and Sirius, 19 to 20 years between her and Remus. And magicals age differently. So they're going to be around for the very least 150 years, if not longer. People give me such flack though. Like when I comment on other people's boards, I get like reamed out for loving this couple and the possibility of these couples. But then people are all over Edward and Bella, and it just blows my mind. So now Hermione and Carlisle. I've read a couple of those. I love crossover stories, so I'm writing a crossover story. So if you'd like to follow me on fanfiction.net or on AO3, I go by the name Snaperipper. That's S-N-A-P-E-R-I-P-P-E-R. Severus Snape is one of my favorite characters, and Ripper was actually my favorite character from Buffy, and that was Giles. So, an older man, an older librarian, and a Watcher. And I actually liked him paired in fanfiction stories with Willow. So, don't judge. She was a witch too. And I am using ColourPop Act Natural mascara. I do like this formula. It's a little more wet than I'm used to. Probably because all my other mascaras are old. But it does what it's supposed to do. It doesn't look overdone. They're not sky high. You can see them. Ooh. Okay, so we have our highlighter. I know I have a fan brush someplace, and it's probably upstairs. So let's see if we can find another. I'll use this one by Tarte. It's got a snake on it. And a Slytherin, in case you didn't realize. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, that's so creamy. Oh, there it is. There's the shift. So, oh, that is so soft. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick it up there just a little bit. There it is. That is such a pretty color. And it's very, well, it's denting in. I generally use my finger to put this on, and I just was afraid it wasn't going to show up. So, screw it. Oh, sorry. Oops. They slip sometimes. I apologize. I'm just gonna pat and try not to get it in Pat's crinkles. Now, I'm used to this, I don't know, I think I'm used to their Supershock shadows or highlighters being a little bit more, I want to say powdery? Well, maybe not. This is definitely coming across as like a lotiony feeling almost. I don't know if you can see it, but a little above the lip. Watch, I'll put some on my nose and you'll see it like Rudolph. It's very subtle. I like it. Now, I don't know if vampire skin, or skin of a killer, whatever the hell you want to call it, I don't know if that appears more white. I don't really seen too many people use it. So we're going to go in with Team Edward. Well, no, first we're going to do blush because I look very pale. I try not to use all my lights today. Try and tone it down a little bit. We're going to use our blinged brush. That probably should be washed too. This is going to be so pigmented. As long as we don't match my ears, we're good. So this isn't bad. Just subtle. Well, as subtle as we can be. Maybe a little more pigmented than I expected. We can tone it down just a little though. Oh, the camera's gonna shut off in like a minute or less, so I'll get back to you. Okay, we're back. I know I shouldn't announce it. You're gonna see the screen move because I'm not that great at editing. But we're going to try out Coven or Vampire. Coven or Vampire. Coven or Vampire. Yeah, we'll go with Vampire. We'll see what color it is first. Because as pretty as this packaging is, I have no idea. And I'm not going to keep the packaging because I'll keep it for the palette because it's very pretty. I love how that looks. I love red on white. And you know, a lot of people were upset because there wasn't a blood red color in the palette. And honestly, I wasn't expecting one. Really, you see blood when Edward's trying to drain the venom out of Bella. and you don't even see that much of it. And because of the tone of the movie, it doesn't look red. It actually looked kind of like a burgundy color. So, okay. Ooh, and this is a red color. Not even red though. That, okay, it's probably like a blood color if I had a bloody nose. It's got sparkles in it. So, but does it go with the green? And you know what? This is funny. This is cute. This is the top, and it's got words all over it that, of course, without my glasses, I can't read. They kind of keep to themselves. I have no idea. This is bad. This is so bad. They should have written it on the packaging too. I know what you are. Say it out loud. Vampire. He is totally gorgeous, obviously. Okay. Edward was kind of, well, I thought he was cute at the time. I'm afraid that doesn't really do it for me right now. Although I did see a commercial. I think it was for her cologne. That he didn't look too bad. And no, I haven't watched Batman with him yet, so I could have a completely different view of him after I watch that. Okay. They kind of keep to themselves. I know what you are. Say it out loud. Vampire. So it says the same thing. But as cute as that is, this is the top of it. This is the color Coven. This is the amount of product, the size of the product portion of the eyeliner. And that's black. I think that the other color was either green or blue. But, I mean, they're not bad colors. I don't know how this is going to turn out, so this could be quite funny. I tend not to do liquid liners because my eyes are hooded. So I can put it on, have my eyes closed, and it looks fine. And then I open them, and I end up with liquid eyeliner all the way up here. So, and I'm a lefty. I don't know if that makes a difference to you guys, but I admit it. I'm a lefty, and I probably couldn't draw a straight line if you asked me to. So we're just going to stick it in the corner there. We're not going to do a wing because that's just silly. So this is the color Coven. And it looks like it might have glitter in it too. And I'm putting it right next to my eyes. I'm glad I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow. Okay, so I might be able to bring it over. I honestly stopped wearing even cream eyeliners, like pencil. When I started wearing makeup, most of the cream pencils were either too hard or too soft, and they smudged terribly. So let's dry it out. Just dry it out. Okay, and it's not all the way down here. And it's not on my upper lids. So when, okay. Okay, I curled my lashes with this, and I did have... I can't keep all the packaging, guys. I should probably just keep it, fold it flat, and... Now this is a blue liquid oil, lip oil. Which looks like that. This is going to be a long video. I hadn't intended on it being long. I should have swatched the eyes, eyeshadows. Hindsight, you know? But I'm sure you could go to the website and see them swatched. So, and the bottom one is Jacob. Jacob Black. And I got theories about that too. Maybe I'll throw them into my crossover fan fiction. So I have one going right now. That's called When Twilight Falls. And I killed off Harry. Well, I plan on killing off Harry. It's going to be a good one. So we're going with Team Edward this time. Last time I used Team Jacob. I'm not putting a lipstick down first. I don't have a lot of ColourPop lipsticks. I don't know why. But really, the lip oils don't need them. It's just going to give it a little shot of color. Make me look like I've been eating a blue popsicle. Be good. It smells like vanilla. Like a French vanilla cake. It's been my go-to of choice lately when I bake Betty Crocker or Duncan Hines. French vanilla. And a whipped buttercream frosting. Just perfect, says the diabetic. But the husband and the kitties seem to like it too, so. And this is our look for this evening. They're not dry yet. They're not sticky though. It is an oil rather than a gloss. The eyeliners are dried down. I can go like this and they're not smudging. Get out the baby wipes. Maybe I'll swatch the eyeshadows super quick. And we'll let you guys go. These are dry. Why are these dry? Man. Buy baby wipes, you expect them to be wet. I get them from the Dollar Tree. I know it's not great for the environment. I do have makeup erasers. I use those when I'm removing my makeup. But these are just handy to have downstairs. Because I am currently in the basement. In my lady cave. Which sounds bad too. Don't go by that. So we're going to just pull out what I used on my eyes. Where are they going to show up? They'll show up there. I was told I need to swatch more. Let me know if you think so. I don't mind. I do kind of. Just the shutdown and stuff made me really weary of germs and stuff like that. But this is my makeup. It's not going anywhere. I'm not giving this palette away, ever. And when they restock again, I might actually buy backup, which I don't generally do. Yeah, we'll see if you can see it. That is so bad. Yeah, that's not working either. Anyhow, we'll do this better next time. I'll stick to the top of my arm. You know who does a really pretty swatch? When, ooh, wow, that's dark. I knew it was dark, but that's really dark. Tati does really pretty swatches. Like when she does it up here, it's just so pretty. Okay. That's it. That's the 4 colors I used in my eyes. So, that green one is super pigmented, and that bottom one is just my favorite. So, that's it. This is the Twilight collection. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you were able to purchase it. If you were, let me know. If you weren't, let me know. I have friends that weren't able to get it the first time that thankfully got it the second time. But there are still pieces that were missing. So when they come back out, maybe I'll do a third look. Let me know if you'd like to see that. So anywho, thank you guys guys and gals and everybody who did. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for putting up with my fan fiction talk. I know it's not for everybody, and my theories and my ships. But yeah, anywho, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Have a wonderful weekend. We are so close to St. Patty's Day, and stay safe, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.